Hey, Joe here. Thank you so much for taking a few minutes to watch this. I really appreciate it. And, really, I've been extremely reluctant to actually share this. And really the reason that I decided to now is just simply because of the positive impact that, I've had, that this has had on me, my family, my kids. I've got 2 kids, almost 8 months, and one of them will be 3 soon. And I want more time with them, right? So I work 14, 16 hours a day running my marketing company. I can't complain because it's going extremely well. However, that time that I'm missing is really important to me. And so November 1st, basically, November 1st is what I call decision day. It's the day that I decided to make kind of a shift and be able to see my kids more and change a few things. And on November 1st, I had a residual income of $0, meaning if I didn't operate my marketing company, if I didn't go get new clients, if I didn't, service my clients, then I made $0. And so that's a problem, right? So how do you shut off and spend more time with your kids while still keeping, your income and everything in check? And so what I wanted to do was make a massive shift in my life. And I kind of stumbled across something that does. And a friend of mine has, actually I'll give you this piece, for clarity, is today's January 21st as I'm making this video. And from basically November 1st to today, our residual income has changed from 0 to just over $4,000 a month. $4,183 will be, what I earn for the month. And so that comes in basically, forever. So the residual income, I don't actually have to go to a job for it. I don't have to go to, meet with a client for it. It's something that I've worked to create. And so I want to share that with people. I want to share that information and how did you get it? And really what happened was a good friend of mine who's actually now, a business partner in a few things. Her dad approached me. I broke my back a while back. They gave me this product. It helped my back. It was great. Then they approached me for a business thing, and I immediately, kind of threw up the X. No, I'm not interested, which I'm sure you've had many, many times. The one thing that intrigued me was he explained his history, and he said, "Hey, I'd like to mentor you. I hear you do awesome things with marketing. I'd like to mentor you." And in my last venture, I made $14 million, and I'm like, wow. Okay, that's pretty impressive regardless of who you are. And he said, but what will interest you more is that my residual income was $70,000 a month. And I'm like, dude, you're retired and you're making that kind of money. That's incredible. That just doesn't happen, especially in a culture where now, really the way our society is like most families, over 70% of families don't have $1,000 saved. Like they just don't. They're 1 or 2 paychecks away from literally not eating, not paying for the roof over their head. And it's concerning because, there's easy ways to change that. So anyway, he offered to mentor me, and he kind of explained what this business opportunity was, and it's in network marketing. And I hate network marketing. I think it sucks. I think it's stupid. And here's where I hope that maybe, if you're, hopefully if you're watching this, I can share with you one simple thing that changed everything for me. And I don't give a crap if it's network marketing, I don't care what it is. But the one thing that I did different, I think, than a lot of people is every time in my life that I've been curious about something, or instead of just judging and saying yes or saying no, instead of just being curious about it, and actually saying, you know what, I don't know. Let me actually get curious. Let me go look. Let me research. Let me find out some information. Every single time I've done that, my life has been better. My business has been better. My client has been better. The project, whatever it is, right? A great example is this. Christina and I met in a yoga studio. I could have easily said, on face judgment, well, we can't because she lives in Roseville and I live in Denver. Well, the fact of the matter is, instead I said, you know what, I really want to get to know this person. I want to know more about her. I was curious. And now I live in Roseville. So if nothing else, the curiosity is worth it. So what I did different this time is, I hear it's network marketing, I throw up the red flags and say, hell no, not interested. But then all of a sudden I said, okay, this guy has done something. He's going to mentor me. That's interesting. I love that. I love mentors. I love, all of that. So I'm curious. So I said, let me actually do some research on network marketing. I didn't do research on a business at first. I didn't look at like a company or a product or anything. What I wanted to know is like, why is this so like impactful into so many people's lives? Sure, there's a lot of people who don't do well, and I get that. But what I want to understand is the business structure. Like, why does this work? Why is it that companies all over the world, some of the biggest companies in the world, have a layer of this built into their business model? What is it? And so, that side of me takes over. I do basically from August until November 1st, I do research. And I read 7 books on network marketing, wanted to know every detail, wanted to learn about different comp plans, all that stuff. And so I do all of that, and then November 1st I say, okay, cool, I'm in. I'm gonna test this out. And so what I did is, instead of doing the normal thing where people start calling their friends and sharing with their friends, instead I did the opposite. And by trade I do digital marketing. So I decided, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a digital marketing campaign that's different than everybody else. And what I can do then is, if it works, I'm still skeptical at this point, if it works, I can share it with everybody that I engage with. And I could say, hey, listen, here's what I'm doing and this is working and you should use it and it's free. Just, go ahead and take it. And so the cool thing is that without talking to anybody that I know, literally this is the first time I've shared it with anybody, not even my family at first. And what I did is I actually, ran some campaigns. I brought in some people. We went from $0 to just over 4,000 a month, right? And that'll grow. And so, at that rate, that's more than the average income in the US. That's unbelievable. And it took 2.5 months. And I'm not saying, I have to say a disclaimer. That's not the way it is. It's probably not typical, right? But I'm a maniac and I run 100 miles an hour as soon as I find something I love. And so here's where we are. And what I'm doing different than everybody else is I've used what I'm really good at, which is the digital marketing side. I've created automation. I've created opportunity for anybody that I engage with that decides, hey, yeah, I'm interested in earning some money, earning an extra income, even if it's a couple $100 a week or if it's a couple $1,000 a week. It doesn't matter to me which your goal is. But what's interesting is we can do it with 90% automation. So when everybody thinks of all this network marketing stuff, what they think about is, well, I've got to call everybody I know. I've got to go to all these events. I've got to go to all these meetings. I've got to try to persuade people to join. And that's not it. And so, just like you seen this is digital, right? Just below me, a button probably just popped up a second ago or a minute ago or something. If you were to click it, it's gonna take you to my calendar where you can sign up to have a phone call and we can discuss all of this. And if you are interested and you wanna open up to more curiosity, just click that button, it takes you to my calendar. That right there is automated, right? We don't have to keep trying to exchange dialogues. We can just literally get on the phone and have a conversation. If it's 5 minutes or 2 hours, it really doesn't matter. But the goal is that I just want to, I want to empower people to become curious. Because the fact of the matter is, like, right now we have to have 3 different incomes. We have to have an income to put the roof over our head, the clothes on our back, the food on the table. We have to have those. Next, we have to have money basically to pay for our future retirement, because companies don't take care of you anymore, right? There aren't pensions and lifetime retirements and all of these things that, our parents and grandparents had. They don't exist. Then on top of that, we also have to pay for the benefits that, our grandparents are receiving now, right? Social Security is paid for by the generation behind the people receiving. So while people are receiving Social Security today, we're paying for it. We're putting the money in for that. Taxes and those things, those are, the biggest expense you'll have in your entire life. You have to have money to pay for those. And so when you think about it, if you make $50,000 a year and then you get taxed, and then you go say, okay, well, this little bit is what's left, and then you go to the store and then you pay tax again, it crushes people. And so having multiple incomes is extremely important, and having something that's residual is hands down the way to go. So, I have huge goals and huge dreams, and, plan to make this extremely accessible to everybody. I don't want it to be something where it's well, you have to do it this way, and if you're not this, big wig, you can't make money, and that's total BS. And so I basically I feel like I've kind of figured out a way to tap the market and help everybody do exactly what I just did. I mean, it's not hard. But what it does is it takes your ability to be curious and step outside of your comfort zone and realize that some people are going to tell you no. Some people are going to tell you that you can't do it and it's not possible. Well, sorry, I just did it. So, that's why I'm sharing it with you. And whether or not you're interested, it's totally up to you. I get it. I was completely 100% against it at first as well. So I get it, but I do want to share it. I do want people I know to be affected in a positive manner. Real quick, the top 2 questions I basically get is, how expensive is it to get involved? And so, of course there's there's all these different options to get involved, but really the lowest option where you can actually start actually earning money is $39. So it's like, anybody can do this. Like, this isn't, and that's what I signed up for at first. And then I'm like, oh man, I want more. So then I actually upgraded. But, and then, the second one is how much time does it take? And with the digital side of everything and kind of the automation that I've created, I give that to everybody that gets involved with, kind of what I'm doing. And I just give it to them for free so that, hopefully we can all do well together. Because what's cool about this is the more that I help somebody else do better, which is what I actually like. I do marketing because I want to see a company grow and do better. But if I help somebody else do better, I benefit as well. And so it's really kind of a unique and cool experience. So if you're curious, if you're willing, I guess, to be curious and remove judgment, feel free to click the button below. Jump on my calendar, we'll schedule a call and we'll chat. And it's really that simple. And if it's something that you're interested in, we can do something. If it's not, no big deal. I'm not going to hound you. I'm not going to contact you 100 times and try to convince you. It's just not my style. So if you're interested, click the button below. Let's schedule a chat. And if not, I'll catch you some other time. And I hope that you're well, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.